The railways needed a reliable source of coal for their steam locomotives, so in 1903 the Canadian Pacific Railway opened the Bankhead mine to help fuel its Prairies to Pacific route. Deposits were rich, but extracting the coal was difficult and expensive. Yet in 1911, at Bankhead's peak, 450 men processed almost 500,000 tons of coal. Most miners in Bankhead were immigrants. There was Polish, Italian, Russian, German, Irish, Welsh, and Chinese, and British employees managed the operation. Bankhead was bigger than Banff and sported the trappings of progress. There was comfortable homes, running water, electricity, and even tennis courts. As many as 900 people called Bankhead home. While many cultures thrive side by side in Upper Bankhead, a small group of Chinese workers lived behind the slack heaps in Lower Bankhead. Many residents had positive memories of living here, but work in the mines was hard and dangerous, just like any mine is.
Not much left of this building. This building at the bottom of the stairs used to be the lamp house, and the miners would stop to get their assigned lamps before going into the mine.
That's good quality coal.
There's another little room over here. This is pretty cool. This is the wall. It fell over.
Declining production, increasing costs, and decreasing market demand led to the end of the mine and the town. Upon closure of the mine in 1922, the government ordered the entire town to be removed. Royalties and potential as a tourist attraction originally made Bankhead an asset to the government.
This would be a really nice spot for a town site too. It's like right in the valley. It's nice and flat.
I wonder if this wasn't a train, because there's the train right there.
Maybe. This is a big foundation anyways. Look at the size of those blocks.
Yeah.
Yet a new conservation ethic was evolving, and by 1930, the National Parks Act prohibited logging and mining within parks. Most of the buildings were moved to Calgary, Banff, or Canmore. The rest except the transformer building, were destroyed. There's a couple spots to explore. The lower Bankhead site, which is the one that we spent our time at, but there's also an upper Bankhead trail that you can take, which leads you to where the majority of the population lived. However, there's not much left. Most of what's left of the buildings are in the lower Bankhead site that we explored.
As at one time.
You can take a historical walking tour through Banff and see some of the buildings that were moved from Bankhead to Banff. It'll lead you to some of the relocated Bankhead buildings, such as the Kidney Home. You can obtain a brochure from the Banff Information Centre or the Town of Banff office to take this walking tour around Banff. Deep within the massive bulk of the Cascade Mountain are coal seams which at one time were responsible for the birth and growth of Bankhead. Today, many of the scars of this once massive operation are hidden by the regrowth of trees and new vegetation. Residents of Bankhead came to know this area as the industrial section of town, the residential area being located further upslope from here in the upper Bankhead site.
Yeah, right? We should have brought the metal detector with us.
Yeah.
Grandpa's.
Grandpa has one.
Grandpa has one. Yeah, that would have been sick.
There's another foundation wall over there too.
Yeah, a big one too.
Bankhead was a busy place. In the town's heyday, mine trains like this shunted back and forth, hauling coal from the main tunnel to the breaker building. Each car held 2 tons of coal, and there were usually 30 cars to a train.
Yeah, it looks like it. There's seats and stuff.
Pretty decayed.
Huh. Sure. I'm taking a video, but I'll take a picture.
Oh wow, that wood is good. That's a steam engine.
Compressed air locomotive with hopper cars. Was used in old Canmore mine just east of the park.
The locomotive was powered by compressed air to reduce the chance of igniting methane in the tunnels.
Oh yeah.
That's a drum door.
Oh yeah. No, that's Bender. It's Bender from Futurama.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Holy shit. I don't know what this was, but it was big. Look, there's like a door over there and stuff. I wonder if there's a way to get down in there.
There's a
Here's a spot to get down, guys, if you want to come down here. Huh. Yeah, it might have been. That almost looks like part of a shaft or something right here.
Yeah, well, that's what I was wondering, because they'll use a lot of this for trucks.
Yeah. This almost looks like fresh air tunnels too. Like there's in the side of the thing. Cool, eh? There goes your phone again. Okay. This looks like this was something they drilled down into and blew up. Look at the charring on it.
Can you throw that up here?
Bankhead coal was very brittle, and up to 50% of the coal extracted from the mines had to be processed into briquettes. Here in the briquette building, the fine brittle coal was combined with pitch from Pennsylvania, which served as a binder. Then, under great heat and pressure, briquettes were produced for heating homes and providing fuel for locomotive engines. 500 tons of briquettes could be produced daily, but the cost of production was too great to bring any respectable profits. The boiler house. In the boiler house, coal was burned to heat water in 9 large boilers. The steam produced powered all the machinery at Bankhead. Slack, the rock and small chunks of low-grade coal the CPR could not sell, was stockpiled in these mounds. Chinese immigrants who worked in the breaker building, the tipple, lived in a shanty town behind the heaps. There's rhubarb growing all over this ghost town, and this is attributed to them. The rhubarb growing wild among the rocks and coal spread from the abandoned gardens of the Chinese workers after Bankhead died. Coal arrived at the tipple fragmented and mixed with rock. The coal-rock mixture was transported over a series of screens, conveyors, and chutes. The rock was separated from the coal and the coal sorted into 9 sizes. An average of 900 tons of coal was processed each day the tipple was in operation. Built in 1905, the tipple was a massive structure 30 meters high, the pride of the Canadian coal industry.